What if one man could rise from debt, scandal, and political enemies, and become the most powerful man in the world? A man so powerful that senators feared he would become a king, and because of that fear they decided he had to die. This is the story of Julius Caesar, the general who conquered Gaul, defeated Rome's greatest armies, and ultimately changed history forever. Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC into a noble Roman family, but despite his famous name, his family wasn't rich or powerful anymore. Rome at that time was filled with political chaos, corruption, and deadly rivalries. As a young man, Caesar quickly made enemies. When the ruthless dictator Lucius Cornelius Sulla came to power, he demanded Caesar divorce his wife. Caesar refused. That decision nearly cost him his life. Sulla ordered Caesar to be killed, forcing the young nobleman to flee Rome and hide. But according to historians, Sulla reportedly warned the senators, "Be careful with that young Caesar. There are many Mariuses in him." Even his enemies sensed his potential. One of the most famous stories about Caesar happened when he was kidnapped by pirates. Yes, pirates. While sailing across the Mediterranean, Caesar was captured and held for ransom. The pirates demanded 20 talents of silver. Caesar laughed and told them they should ask for 50. During captivity, he behaved less like a prisoner and more like their commander. He even joked that once he was freed, he would return and crucify them. The pirates thought he was joking. He wasn't. After his release, Caesar gathered a fleet, hunted the pirates down, captured them, and crucified them exactly as promised. Rome had just witnessed the personality of a man who never forgot an insult. Part 3. The rise to power. Caesar understood something most politicians didn't. Power in Rome came from three things: money, popularity, and military success. So he formed a powerful political alliance known as the First Triumvirate. This alliance included two of the most powerful men in Rome, Pompey the Great and Marcus Licinius Crassus. Together, they controlled Roman politics. But Caesar wanted something more powerful than politics. He wanted glory. In 58 BC, Caesar was given command of Roman armies in Gaul. What followed would become one of the greatest military campaigns in history. Over nearly 10 years, Caesar conquered a vast territory that includes modern France, Belgium, and parts of Germany. He defeated massive tribal armies, built bridges across the Rhine River, and even invaded Britain. His victories made him incredibly popular with the Roman people. But in Rome, the Senate began to panic. Caesar now had something extremely dangerous: a loyal army. The Senate, now controlled by his rival Pompey the Great, ordered Caesar to give up his command and return to Rome as a private citizen. But Caesar knew that returning without power meant political destruction or even death. So in 49 BC, he made one of the most famous decisions in history. He led his army across the Rubicon River, the legal boundary that no Roman general was allowed to cross with troops. As he crossed, Caesar reportedly said, "The die is cast." Rome was now at war with itself. Caesar quickly defeated Pompey's forces in a brutal civil war. Pompey fled to Egypt, where he was betrayed and murdered. With his enemies gone, Caesar returned to Rome as the most powerful man in the Roman world. He was declared dictator for life. He introduced major reforms. He reorganized the government, reduced corruption, expanded Roman citizenship, and even created the Julian calendar, which influenced the calendar we still use today. But many senators feared one thing above all: that Caesar wanted to become a king, and Rome hated kings. On March 15, 44 BC, a day known as the Ides of March, Caesar walked into a Senate meeting. He had been warned that enemies were plotting against him, but he ignored the warnings. Inside the Senate chamber, a group of conspirators surrounded him. Among them was his former ally Marcus Junius Brutus. Within seconds, the senators pulled out their knives. Caesar was stabbed 23 times. According to legend, when he saw Brutus among the attackers, he whispered, "Et tu, Brute," and with that, one of history's most powerful men fell to the floor. But killing Caesar didn't save the Roman Republic. Instead, it destroyed it. His assassination triggered another massive civil war, and in the end, Caesar's adopted heir Augustus rose to power. He became Rome's first emperor. The Roman Republic was gone, and an empire had begun, all because of one man, Julius Caesar.